Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we very much need to be in a bit of a chill period here. We need to regenerate manpower. We need about 80,000 manpower there. We need to deal with some of this provincial unrest. There's a significant amount, particularly in Murta. What's going on over in Murta? Oh, we just conquered this. Okay, that'll do it. So we can see that the unrest here is quite high due to counter-revolution, heretic culture, non-accepted culture, but mostly it's separatism. That's fine. We can work with that. That's okay. We are at +3 stability right now, so that is great on the national unrest front. That puts us at a default national unrest of only +1.09. 0.77 of that is overextension. So that's great. Now, where are we getting that +2 discontent from? I believe that's Bengal spreading discontent into us. I was going to say Jaunpur, but I am pretty sure that was Bengal that did that. Does it say when it expires? Yeah, 3 years. Okay. So that's fine for the moment. We just absolutely need to chill here. We need to tick forward. We need to get some annexations done. And of course, some building construction will be absolutely great as well. We're quite strong economically, and that's great. I love it. That's really, really good, actually. So that's all phenomenal. All of our cores are being made at this point. We just need full cores. So that is also a really good sign. Things are looking very good on that front, in fact. Delhi is about to finish as a core, and that means our overextension is going to improve significantly. Now, we do have unbalanced research. Armenia was building a spy network. No shockers there, to be honest. And we're going to get our dip tech up here pretty soon. We are spending quite a lot on annexation of Hassa and Arabia right now. Now, that's going to stop soon, because our vassals are unhappy. Oh, I did not intend to close that. Our vassals are unhappy. So we're annexing Hassa and Arabia right now. We may want to start working on annexing Uzbek as well. Let's improve relations with them, and that'll be fine for the moment. We're going to be done annexing Hassa quite soon. That's going to be done in August of next year. Okay, we have a revolt over here, Sarani peasants. That is actually already handled. Okay, fantastic. So we can make a state down over this way. That, of course, means additional full cores to be made. We can just sort this by cost and go from, like, the bottom up. That'll be fine. So no problem there for now. It looks like Saran actually lost this battle. Okay, that's impressive. I don't know how they managed to lose that battle, but they did. So this battle will happen on 18 January. We obviously want this to happen after the month tick, right? So we're going to tick forward here. We converted some heretics. That's always good. And we're going to go in over here after the month tick, and this will be fine. We just immediately stack wipe them as expected. And we're going to head on down. The province of Tomsk has been cored, as has Can. Phenomenal. We're going to continue to make full cores here. But we're now officially at 0 overextension. That's a really good sign, but we still have recovery to do here. We're at 55,000 manpower needed to be regenerated. Our war exhaustion is at 0, so that's good. We still have that discontent, but we're going to continue to drill here. And where is our manpower currently going? One of these armies, I think? It's not going to this one, I can tell you that. I think it goes just down this list, so it's probably going here and then to here, would be my guess. We'll check on that on this next month. It definitely went here. And then I'm not sure where the rest went. This was still at 3,900 over here. But we're definitely making progress on getting that manpower regenerated. We are currently generating over 3,000 manpower per month. So that's really, really solid as far as that manpower generation goes. I'm very pleased about that. We are going to get our dip tech quite soon here. In September. Okay, that's absolutely fine. We're continuing to drill up, and that's looking great. Okay, yeah, this is definitely getting regenerated out over here. So that's great. Hassa has now been integrated. And the question is, what do we want to do with their army that they have here? Well, I want to take a look. Actually, what does that put us? Yeah, we're still a little below Austria here. Are we lacking an institution? Why are we reduced a little bit? Industrialization hasn't spawned yet. Interesting. So everybody should be lacking that then. But they're not taking a malice there. Okay. Interesting. I guess, half of subjects development, and probably based on things like autonomy. Is the autonomy out here bad? Actually, yes, it is. 85% autonomy out here. Yikes. So this was not full cored by Hassa. Okay, so we need to make a bunch of states over here. Hassa never did this. They should have, but they didn't. So that is going to be a bunch of admin power getting eaten up over here. Noted. Now, I want to take a look at our military power. 379 out of 416. Okay, we can definitely consider having this be a full army here. So I would love to end up taking Bahrain, but that is controlled by Revolutionary Turkey? Okay, Revolutionary Turkey is the actual name. So we could sit like down over here, but where I'd really like to sit with this army is somewhere down this way. Unfortunately, these supply limits are not phenomenal, although we could sit in Basra. That's kind of the best area. So we could certainly do that. We're going to need to wait for a month tick for these guys to replenish their morale a little bit. There we go. Now we can move. So that'll do for the moment. That, of course, gets us our Miltech, which is going to improve our unbalanced research. That's very good. That will save us some money. Not that we really have all that huge of financial concerns. So all of these provinces are now cored. And we can make additional states. So we need more admin power to full core all of this, right? But let's just get all of this made for now, and let's sort by cost. We're going to go from the bottom up. Cool. So that was a lot of those, actually. We got a lot of those done just then. Military access requested from Kilwa. I'm going to decline that. And I want to check in on this speed. Using 2 diplomatic power per month. Okay, that's fine. Our diplomatic reputation is, of course, lowered because we just did this. Sind is currently occupied by Bengal. That's awkward. We just lost our Grand Captain, and what do we want here? Land force limit modifier, perhaps? Yeah, let's go for that. That'll be fine. I don't think we need to promote this guy up at all. We are wildly ahead of time in our military technology. 21 years and industrialization. Okay, yeah, that's going to be a bit. No doubt about that. So that's fine. What do we have in this navy? A few galleys. Okay. I'm not too concerned about that. We can get this moved on over here. There are a few transports in here that I guess are reasonably okay. So we can move these transports out, and we can position them over with the rest of our transports. And these are, of course, light ships here. We may want to build up to our force limit of light ships. So we'll just take this up to about here. There we go. That'll be fine. Saran was building a spy network. No shockers there. Okay, these guys can get grouped together. That is 9 units of cavalry. We're much less cavalry heavy than this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove most of these units of cavalry. I'm going to disband these, which is going to send that back to our manpower pool. And that's going to be very convenient for us. Excellent. So we still need about 24,000 men. And that's understood. But we can do something along the lines of that. Now this I want to group together. And we probably want to get a few additional frigates and maybe a couple more heavy ships here. I'm going to go up to 10 heavy ships. And I'm going to take us to something around like 40-ish frigates. But we're going to need sailors for that. So that's okay. That is absolutely fine. I want to go, I think, towards mysticism here. I really do think that mysticism is the right direction to be going. So we're going to head that way, but we may not get there anytime soon. Now, we can get another Splendor ability here. Napoleonic Warfare is a pretty good one. Artillery damage from back row is pretty good, too. I'm going to take that for now. That'll do. Excellent. So these units here can get grouped together. That is, of course, just these guys. And I would like to bring up our number of transports, but for now, it's not going to be phenomenal, right? We do need to continue to make full cores, and we'll get a couple more of those made. So these down here should be dropping in their autonomy. That is good. Moving more towards mysticism. Thank you very much. We'll continue to do that. Now, these cores are going to take a fair amount more, and we're getting close to our governing capacity. But remember, we can always just go in here and strengthen our government somewhat. And we should do that. It's going to get more and more expensive over time, but that will buy us some additional governing capacity. So that'll be okay. Delian Separatists down over here. This is not shocking necessarily. We're just going to go stamp them out. Phenomenal. And we should at this point be losing 35 admin power. No, these things happen. I don't want to lose admin power. We should at this point be very, very close to getting our manpower under control. And in fact, we are. So that's great. That's absolutely phenomenal, in fact. These are Russian peasants. Okay, if those were Nogai separatists, I'd say that that's a very good thing, but they are not. Okay, we eliminated these rebels over here. And we at this point need what, like 150 plus another 175 approximately? It's a fair amount of admin power, no doubt about that. We're going to take these guys back northward. These guys should really be drilling. We don't have a leader for them at this moment. We could form the Mughal Empire. I don't think we're going to. I think we'll stay as Transoxania. It's late enough in the game that I think that's absolutely okay. So that'll be fine for now. And what I wanted to do was get a generalship, but we can't do that right now. It looks like we need to get our leader this way. So we'll recruit a general. That'll be fine. That's a solid general there. And we'll enable our army drilling. Excellent. Now, this army is going to get expanded. No doubt about that. It's going to be taken up to this standard, right? So we can get the number of cannon up right now. There we go. That'll be great. And our royal marriage with Arabia is over. Okay. Uzbek's opinion of us would drop. I don't actually want Uzbek's opinion of us to drop. I want to check in on our subjects here. Uzbek is at 10% here. Okay. Yeah, this Liberty Desire is fine. So we're going to get Uzbek annexed next. As soon as we can. Checking in on our supply limit here, it's 55. Okay. For the time being, that'll be absolutely fine. Let's get another full core made. I'm going for the most expensive one there. A royal marriage offer from Arabia. We accept that. We're, of course, annexing Arabia, but that's going to take a while. That is absolutely a long-term thing. So at this point, we need to get a lot of units of mass infantry, right? 26,000 is the amount that we need to put in there. I mean, we are gaining a lot of manpower. 3146 per month at this point. So that's looking solid. Let's bring this up to... We can get this up to 27. Okay. Nogai Pretender Rebels up here. Nogai might not be able to handle those. So we're just going to head up there and deal with them for them. That'll be okay. Plague? I mean, we can afford the ducats. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that right now. Our truce with Great Britain and Austria is now over. So we'll see what they end up doing. Center of Revolution has spread revolutionary ideas to Adana. So that is this right here. Okay, so how do we... I know I figured this out previously. How do we deal with that? The unrest here isn't so bad. Yeah, it should be fine. I'm not actually concerned about that then. Yeah, no problem. So we do see that this is at plus 27 right now. Trade dispute against Savoy, yeah, these guys are eventually going to be a problem. But for the moment, I want to get this army built up. We need another 5,000 units in here, and we'll have that very soon. Ooh, Tolerant is actually good. Tolerance of heretics and heathens is pretty convenient for us here. I like it. So we need 2,000 more manpower to get this army maxed out. There we go. Perfect. So what are we at right now for our army count? We're actually not over our land force limit, and we're not going to be. Our land force limit is quite high here. I like it. We're going to continue to core. That'll be fine. Russia wants military access, as does Mombasa. Okay. Well, that seems ambitious, but sure. Now, I do want to go and start annexing Uzbek. So we're going to annex this vassal. I'm going to pull back this diplomat. That'll be fine for now. That's going to use 3 diplomatic power per month. That's going to be done relatively quickly. That's only 242 diplomatic power. Okay, sounds good. No real issue there. We've got all of these manufactories that are going to finish up, so I'm going to let those finish before we queue anything else up. We are going to be able to get another core done here on this next month tick. Full core, I should say. There we go. And these guys are just kind of chilling up over here. They absolutely need to head back to Calm. So that'll be fine. And this army should be fully good to go. We're now building up our manpower. And if we look at our actual military capacity right now, we've got about 400 units. Compare that to Austria, who's actually only got 300 right now, and Britain, who only has 200 right now. Spain has 600. So Spain is still spooky. Nobody else really is, though. What about Scandinavia? Yeah, they're not spooky either, really. Okay. So that's fascinating. We probably want to think about attacking Bengal. I believe we're still truced with Jaunpur. We are indeed. So the question is this a now sort of situation? Bengal's so discontent in our population. I mean, we have lots of CBs for Bengal at this point. We are going to be truced with Sind for another 11 years. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to prepare for a Bengal war, but we're not quite there yet. We need to get this coring under control and build up our admin power a little bit. RWL is building a spy network. That's not shocking. I want to get our manpower up to at least 100k before we do that. That's a lot of base stats there for Farah. I think the admin power is the most valuable one here. Although I would really like to have the production. So I think I'm going to go for the diplomatic power here. The base production is generally better than the base tax. Although we don't necessarily know what this produces. Livestock. Okay, it's still probably better, although livestock is not astoundingly good. Let's go that route for now. And getting the diplomatic power is not bad. We are behind time in our diplomatic tech, right? So that's reasonably okay. We lose the stability due to a strange new notion of humanism. We have humanist ideas. This is not that strange. I don't know why that caused us to lose stability, but okay. We lose the stability there, which is not ideal, but we're not going to boost it back up. That's, in my opinion, from +2 to +3 is a waste of admin power. Austria broke Gazimuk's alliance with Greece. They're going to attack Greece pretty soon, I think. Okay. And Austria entered into a treaty of support independence with our disloyal subject Armenia. This is not surprising at all. This is deeply unsurprising. So there's our last full core done there. Now the autonomy is working its way down. We can set an agenda here, and I think that we probably should. So boost this on up. What do we want for production here? 50 admin power. I don't like that choice, though. Base production in Shushtar. I don't like that either. None of these are actually phenomenal. Don't convert Barnaul. I mean, we are currently converting it. I think that we just leave that be. So the Emirs want us to own Kiri, right? That is up here in Kazakh. We might be able to do that. They're allied with Bengal. Ah, they're allied with Bengal. This is an interesting route here. Okay. This is very interesting then. What is the strength of Bengal right now? 200,000. So what that ends up meaning is that we want to move these guys here. These guys here. I want to move these guys over to be about here. And then these guys are going to be in the similar region, right? We're still apparently building up this army, but that army can be held in reserve along with this one. And then this army's goal would be to attack Kazakh. So it would head up over here. Now we're going to take attrition from this. What is Bengal's manpower status? They have 0 manpower right now. Noted. Let's move. So we're going to need to wait for our troops to replenish, right? We're going to take attrition on the way over, but let's just move into position, and I think that we do attack Bengal. We knew that a Bengal war was brewing, right? This was always going to be the case. Gujarat wants us to give them soldiers. Honestly, soldiers are really valuable for us right now. I have to decline that, Gujarat. Sorry. I would love to, but we are not in a position to do that right now. We're currently replenishing 3243, so our manpower replenishment is going quite well. But we are taking pretty heavy attrition right now while we wait for these guys to move into position. It is mildly unfortunate. I want to make sure that these are moving into separate provinces, and indeed they are. Okay, so that's fine for the moment. So Bengal and these guys still... Oh, favors for ducats. We can give them ducats. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely okay. So if we were to declare here, of course, we have a truce. So that means that we need to declare on Kazakh, which we actually prefer. They were just guaranteed by Scandinavia. Do we care? As a follow-up question there. Scandinavia has no manpower right now. Who are they fighting? Sweden. That's probably not relevant to them in any meaningful way. Okay, so how would we go about doing this then? They wouldn't break their alliance with Bengal, obviously. Do we care about Scandinavia? If we bring in Gujarat, would they join? As a hypothetical, if we were to attack Kazakh here, would they join here? They would not, due to being 1978 in debt, and their manpower is low as well. Fair enough, their manpower is indeed low. We could send them a gift, and that is going to be basically all of our current gold. There we go. Now we're going to ticket a month. We definitely want Gujarat in this war. So we're going to do something like that. Now, as a hypothetical, they should have paid off some of their debt with that. And if we declare here, 17 reasons. They didn't pay off their debt. Okay. Well, for the time being, that's reasonably fine. We could definitely get rid of some favors here. So what we would end up doing is... Well, the trust is at 95 right now. But we could trade favors for trust here. There we go. That'll boost their trust up to 100. Then we can check in over here. Of course, we're going to need to wait for our diplomat to come back. They now have 12 reasons to not do that. Okay. So their debt is definitely a big one. No doubt about that. If we promise them land, they don't actually want any Kazakh land. Okay, fair enough. So they're now 1978 in debt. We just sent them a big lump sum payment. We could come in here and take on their foreign debt. So that would be about 2,000 ducats that we would need. How much would we get from selling titles? Only 500? That's not a lot. Okay. We can definitely seize land, which I am going to do. We'll just bump that up for a moment. Okay. I really want to find a way to fight Kazakh. That independence guarantee kind of screwed us over a little bit. I feel like we can fight Scandinavia, though. They're Miltech 27 to our Miltech 28. How strong is Kazakh directly? Okay, let's take a look at what this would look like without having Gujarat involved. I feel like we can win that. I would really like to get these guys involved, though. Like, I would really like to get them involved. It would definitely be preferential. If this ends up happening, we would need to move this army up. But I wouldn't necessarily wait on it. We've got attrition going on over here, right? And that's definitely a concern. So in that case... I'm just taking a look here. 179k would be their strength. So if we were able to bring them in, that would significantly change this, right? But it's that debt. It is the debt. The debt is painful. So let's give it until the year tick here. There we go. Separatism ticks down for everything there. I would really like it if they'd pay off some of their debts. That would be ideal. We can't take on their full debt. We just gave them cash and hoped that they would pay it down. Unfortunately, they didn't. I'm not sure what they did with the cash, but they did not pay it down. Yeah, refuse to give soldiers for favors. That's definitely a thing that we did. We only got 5 for the gift, but that's fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. So we do see that they have some Sunni zealots down here that they're dealing with. Okay. I kind of feel like we just do this, to be honest. Yeah, Scandinavia is going to join. But that might be fine. I really wish we could get these guys involved, but I also really want to fight this war. Like, really badly. So I don't think that we want to do a conquest CB here. We could do a nationalism CB. Out of curiosity. All of this up here would actually, or a lot of it would be okay for nationalism. Imperialism is probably not better here, because a lot of these would qualify for a nationalism CB. So let's do a nationalism CB here. I really wish we could pull in Gujarat, but we are not going to end up doing that. So we're going to bring these guys into the Kazakh capital. And we're going to launch an invasion of Bengal here. Nope, not you. You go in here. There we go. We'll launch our invasion of Bengal yet again. And the question is, how much can we actually get out of Bengal? Well, I would like to get some of this territory up over here and just push them back this way a little bit. And then Uzbek, of course, is being annexed. Because Kazakh here is, I think we're going to angle for a full annexation of them, most likely. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will prosecute this war. And we'll see how it goes. Scandinavia might throw a wrench in the works, but they have a long way to go to get here, so we'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.